Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I had a very special unboxing. Well, a disclaimer for me, this will be a re-unboxing because I got this 2 weeks ago and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, set it up, and play with it. So I did actually go ahead and open it before, but I did want to go back to you and show you guys what the unboxing experience is, and hopefully if you've ordered one, at least give you an insight of what to expect. So this is the Valve Steam Deck. I actually ordered it on launch day. It was about 20 minutes into the order when orders opened up, and that was because, of course, as soon as orders opened up, everyone rushed to the Valve website, and basically it crashed. So it took me about 20 minutes to get my order through, but it finally did happen 20 minutes into the process, and I didn't get mine until Q2, which is still pretty good based on how much this has been in demand. So I got it basically at the end of June. So I've had it for about a couple of weeks. I've been playing with it, messing around with it. In addition to that, what I did also purchase were some accessories, and I think these are necessary based on just, you know, with me playing around with it and knowing, hey, I need to make sure I protect the Steam Deck and so forth, and just some of the accessories to make it usable in doing things. So first off, let's get the accessories out of the way and open up this bad boy. There's nothing that says Steam Deck or anything except for obviously just the FedEx label. But when you do open it, I'm just writing up on top here in different languages, and you know, it says on the subway, on the sofa, basically trying to give you an idea of where you can use this. The first piece of paper is just how to make, they want to let you know, hey, plug it in, make sure it's charged. And then just a general layout of the Steam Deck and some of the buttons. So that's that. On the left side here, we actually have the power brick. So when you do open that up, the brick is inside, and obviously it's a USB-C. It is 45 watts, so you got to make sure that you do use this for it, or something that's more capable of as a power unit. If you do want to use something to charge your Steam Deck other than this, you have to make sure that there's enough power to charge the Steam Deck, otherwise you won't get any juice in it. Let's just get this box off. There is some paperwork in there that does not want to come out, and I'm not even going to bother with it, so we'll just keep that to the side. So here it is. This is the Steam Deck. Rid of the box, and this basically comes in its case. It's a hard case. Let's actually get it out here. There's wrapping, you can pull it off or rip it off, whatever you want to do. And then yeah, this is a carbide hard plastic case, so you know, if you drop it, I'm pretty sure that your Steam Deck is going to be safe. But before I open it up, I forgot to mention the model that I ordered. So the model that I got was the 64 gig, and that's basically at the bottom of the totem pole. But honestly, I think it's the one that everyone should get. So the next one up has a bigger hard drive, and then the one above that comes with a better case, which I really don't care about, and it has 512 gigabyte internal storage and anti-reflective screen. So I've been playing with this for a while, and you know, the anti-reflective screen, you know, I'm not playing it in direct sunlight, so it's never bothered me. You know, I've used it on a plane, I've sit on the couch with it, and I've never really noticed shadows. Now, are there shadows? I'm sure there are, but none that actually affected me while I was playing. The other big concern was, hey, you know, if you don't have enough storage, you'll have to buy a micro SD, and then, you know, are the load times gonna take for longer? But if you look at other videos, you'll see that the SD card actually loads all the games just as quick, if not sometimes even quicker in cases. So with that being said, This is the cheapest one at $3.99. I'll show you the SD card. The SD card's $50, so all in, you know, you're talking about $450, whereas, you know, the next one up is at $550, I believe. So none of the more expensive models have a hardware advantage, right? They're all using the same RAM processors and everything, so it's just a matter of internal storage. And if you want to have the anti-reflective screen, which I passed on. Now, when I ordered mine, I was a little scared, but you know, after seeing other reviews and stuff, I think it's the way to go. With the memory card, you're talking about being $100 cheaper than the next one up, and having 512 gig internal storage, which is the same as the most expensive one. So 64 gig is the one you definitely want to go with. Okay, so once we open it up, that's it. She's right there. So the internal case has cushioning and, you know, a little tab to be able to pick it up easily, and it's built to be able to take, you know, drops and stuff. So I would feel comfortable even dropping this and not having to worry that, hey, my Steam Deck's broken. Okay. This is pretty big. There's no denying it. It's very comfortable in your hands. I've never felt tired or the weight of it, never been bothered, but it is a big console. So when I used to take my Switch on the airplane, I used to think that was big and try to keep it inconspicuous. This is probably 1.5 times bigger than the Switch, and everyone's gonna see that you're using it. So as long as you don't mind that, and as long as you don't mind the size of it, it can do a lot of things that you couldn't do before, and that the Switch can't do. So I don't mind it. Also, I think that gives you a little bit bigger screen, and I'd rather have a bigger screen when I'm playing games that are built for the PC, right? Just a little bit of kind of experience with it. I've loaded Elden Ring on here, and the battery lasts, you know, on 40 hertz refresh rate, it lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours, which is great. And it's thrown everything that I've have on my PC or a Steam library at it. If you want to see in depth, there's other videos out there, take a look at it. But I think, you know, just if you want to get in and game, it's simple enough, simple setup. Download things straight from the Steam library and you're good to go. That is the Steam Deck. Okay, so one of the accessories I wanted to pick up was the stand for it. Right now when I charge it, it basically sits on the floor, and I don't want it to get scuffed or somebody actually step on it or not accidentally knock it off. And even when you hook it up to your PC, you don't want to sit it on your desk just flat. You want to have it on a stand. Now, Valve is supposed to come out with their own docking station. That hasn't happened yet. That's still in the works. There is another docking station that JSOX makes, which I'll plan on getting, and I'll review that once I have it. But this is just a simple stand off of Amazon. It was 12 bucks. All it's gonna do is basically allow your Steam Deck to sit in it while you're charging it or while you have it hooked up to the PC and playing. So there's an anti-grip right in the middle over here to make sure that the Steam Deck doesn't move, and it is weighted so it's not gonna knock over easily. So if I put this down and just put the Steam Deck on, it's not going anywhere, and now I have a home for it. Right, nothing too crazy about it. It's just a simple stand. You may have a cell phone stand at home, and if it fits with the width of the Steam Deck, you may just want to be able to use that. But this doesn't have any charging ports or anything like that. It's just a simple base for your Steam Deck to sit on. So that works well. The second thing that you probably want to get, especially if you want to use that as a PC and want to get into the Linux-based software and do things there, is a hub. Now, I've already had this one in the house, which we use for the MacBook Air, but it's a USB Type-C. You do want to make sure that you get a USB Type-C, because that's the only thing that connects to the Steam Deck unless you get an adapter. But this has USB A's 3.0, the small SD card drives, and then another USB-C for charging or plugging in. I've used this on the Linux base and it works great. You just hook it to the top of the Steam Deck right there. It kind of just sits there, and then you plug in your wireless mouse or keyboard or memory cards that you want to stick in there. There's a few of these online. You can pick them up for fairly cheap. So I would definitely recommend having these ones, especially if you want to mess around with Linux on the Steam Deck, and also for some of the programs, right? So I installed Epic on Epic Store on my Steam Deck, and you needed to use Linux to be able to install it and do the initial run. And if you don't use a mouse and a keyboard to do that, it's a nightmare just trying to do that with the Steam Deck on-screen keyboard and using the D-pad as a mouse and stuff like that. So definitely get a hub like this so you can mess around with the Linux operating system. Finally, we have the hard protective shell for the Steam Deck. So obviously you want to protect this. It's actually made of hard TPU, so it's going to give some protection. There are silicone ones out there, but you know, you drop the Steam Deck with the silicone case, it's not really doing anything. So this hard TPU will definitely protect it. However, it is going to be a bit heavier than the silicone, so it is a little bit of a trade-off. I mean, this thing is already massive, and then you put on a case, it's going to get a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier, so you do have that trade-off. So let's get this thing opened. And the plus side to this case is that they do give you an added bonus of the front screen protector. So if you do want to put this on, that will give you added protection against the screen. It is glass, it's not the cheap one, so I think this will definitely help the screen. The case itself feels good. Not particularly a fan of the design. It's kind of all over the place. It's got this carbon fiber grip to it, so that should be good for holding it. There are cutouts for the vents and then the valve sign. There should be cutouts for everything else. So let's put the Steam Deck in there, and it should just kind of fit like a glove. Put the bottom in and then kind of just lift the corners over the trigger buttons. And there you go. So it actually in hand feels really good. It doesn't feel cheap. On top you can see the power buttons covered. It leaves space for the plug-in and for the charger and for the headphones, and then it has the covered buttons for the volume up and down, and then also a cutout for the indicator for the charging up here. On the back side, as you can see, the valve cutout is there. The back triggers are open and easily accessible, and so is the vent, so you don't have to worry about it overheating. And that's pretty much it. That is the case. So let me know what you guys think about it. When you get your Steam Deck, this is kind of the first things that you want to get, just as the basics. I'm sure as we go along, they're going to come out with new accessories, but you know, we kind of have to figure out which ones make sense and which ones don't. So appreciate you guys joining again. Let me know what you guys think about the Steam Deck, if you already have one, or if you've ordered one you're waiting for, which one did you order, and then also on the accessories, let me know your thoughts. Thanks guys.